Welcome back, learners. So in the previous videos, based on the some of the IS code provisions and based on the practical difficulties, okay, so we have decided the preliminary dimensions of the beams and columns. Okay, so once the preliminary dimensions of the beams and column has been calculated or it has been decided, so as I already told you, we have to define them in the software. I already explained in the 2 to 3 previous lectures that how to define the material properties, and for our problem or the project what we have considered, so we need three materials. So one is the concrete and another one is the rebar. So the rebar we have defined as Fe415 grade of steel has been defined, whereas concrete we have considered two grades of concrete, M20 and M25 grade. Okay, so the M20 grade will be used for the beam, slabs, staircases, whereas M25 will be used for the footings and columns. So if you want to see here, you can see here I have defined the three materials already: HYSD 415, M25 and M20 grade of concrete. Now my next step is I have to define the section property. I have already explained how to define the section property. What are the different sections we have? In that we are going to do the frame sections, right? In the frame sections, I told you that all the beams I'm considering will be of the rectangular beams. All the columns that I'm going to consider will be of the rectangular columns. So I have to add the new property. Okay, I am doing concrete, which will be of rectangular shape. So therefore, I first let me define all the three columns. Okay, so what are the three columns that I have? As per this AutoCAD, I can see that the three column dimensions are like this. Okay, so the first column, so I am going to give the name as column 1. Okay, so column 1. So I can, if I want, I can mention the dimension here only, that is 9 inch by 9 inch column. Okay, so the column is made of concrete that will be of the grade M25. Therefore I have to choose the material here M25. Okay, so when it comes to the steel, then I'll explain you where I have to choose HYSD. Now I'm defining only the concrete members. Okay, so therefore I'll choose M25. This will be the color. Now I have to give the depth and width. So what is my depth and width here? That is, both the longer and shorter dimensions will be of the 9 inch by 9 inch. Okay, it is a 9 inch by 9 inch column. I have to give 9 inch here. I have to give 9 inch here. Okay, so therefore it becomes a square column like this. So what is this represents? That once the analysis is done and when we go to the design part, okay, once the analysis is done and once we go to the design part, I'll explain you the significance of these dots. Now it is okay. So let us take only 9 inch by 9 inch now. So first column is defined, give OK. You can see that column 1 9 inch by 9 inch has been defined. Now I have another column of 9 inch by 1 feet. Okay, so 9 inch by 1 feet. So right, I have to define another column, right? Yes, just a minute. Right, yes. So therefore again I'll add new property, this one. So now it is column 2 of the dimension 9 inch by 1 feet. Column 2 of dimension 9 inch by 1 feet. You can see here 9 inch by 1 feet, right? So I have to change the material M25. Right, I have to change the material M25. Right, okay. So now again rectangular column. Now what is my depth? So my depth will be the larger dimension of 1 feet. Right, so 1 feet, it means 12 inches, whereas width will be of shorter dimension of 9 inches. Okay, therefore this is another my column of 9-inch width, 12-inch depth. Okay, this is my second column. Okay, then I need one more column. So that column, okay, that column number 3 of the dimension. What is my dimension? It is 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inch. Therefore it is 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches. Okay, so the material will be of M25. Now width, that is of the shorter dimension, anyhow it is 9 inches. Whereas what about the depth? Depth, it is how much? 1 feet 6 inches. So 1 feet means 12. So 12 plus 6. Okay, 14, 18, 20. Sorry, 18. Right? 12 plus 2, 14, 16, 18. That is 18 inch. Right? So therefore it will be, so 18 inch. Depth will be 18. So width will be 9. Right? So this will be another my rectangular column. I'll give okay. Therefore, my all the 3 columns has been defined. Okay, my all 3 columns has been defined. Right? I hope you understood. So I have defined 3 columns here. So that is column 1 of 9 feet by 9 inch by 9 inch column, which is a less load bearing column. Then I have a column 2 of 9 inch by 1 feet, that is medium load bearing column. I have a column 3 of 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inch, that is another column which usually have a high load bearing column. Once the columns are defined, I am supposed to define the beams. Okay, once the columns are defined, I am supposed to define the beams. What are my beam dimension? These are my beam dimension. Right, so I will go now. For the beam also, I am supposed to choose the same option, that is define section frame sections. Right, you can see my columns. Okay, yeah, I think somewhere I have missed the defining. I will define again column, define section property frame sections. Okay, so add new property, this one. Okay, so first will be of column, I can just write column 1, okay, of 9 inch by 9 inch. Okay, 9 inch by 9 inch. So the material will be M25. So this will be of 9 inches. Even this will be also of 9 inches. Both will be of 9 inches. Okay. Okay. Then another column of column 2. Column 2 of 9 inch by 1 feet, 9 inch by 1 feet. Okay, column 2 of 9 inch by 1 feet, again M25. Okay, so this will be 9 inches, 1 feet means it will be 12 inches. Okay, okay, then one more column that is column 3, of 9 inch by, okay, so 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches, right, 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches, 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches, M25 grade, right. So this will be 9 inch, whereas this will be, so 1 feet is 12 inches plus 6, that is totally it is 18 inches. 18 inches. Okay. After that, even you are supposed to give okay here. So now my columns has been defined. You can check here, define section property, frame section, column 1, column 2, column 3. Now I have to define the beam. So therefore again I will go add new property. So I will go now to define the beam. I will define first beam, beam 1 of what is my dimension, 9 inch into 1 feet, okay, 9 inch into 1 feet, 9 inch into 1 feet. Now what is the material I have to choose? The material I have to choose is M20. The material I have to choose is M20. Why? Because I told you beam slab and footings are made up of M20, column and footings are made up of M25. Therefore I have to choose M20. Now what is my width here? Width will be 9 inch and depth will be, first will be of 1 feet, that is 12 inches. Okay, so this will be my first beam. Okay, beam number 1, 9 inch by 1 feet. Next is 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inch. 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inch. Okay, so beam 2, beam 2, beam 2, that is 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches. 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inches. The material is M20. So this we are not going to change. 9 inches, 1 feet 6 inches, that is 18. 1 feet 12, 12 plus 6, 18, right. So this will be 18. Okay, okay, that is my second beam, right. So the next that I am going to have one more beam, okay, that is beam 3 of 9 inch by 1 feet 8 inches, right, by 1 feet 8 inches, 1 feet 8 inches, okay, M20. So that will be 9 inch, whereas this will be 1 feet 8 inches means 12 plus 8, 20 inch. Okay, this is my another beam. So therefore my all three beams has been defined. Okay, okay, so therefore my beams and columns has been just defined, it is not at assigned. Okay, yes. So once my beams and columns has been assigned now, so now my next step is I have to start putting the columns in the grid lines according to this one, right. According to this I have to start putting the columns, right. You can see here that wherever the red columns are there, okay, wherever the red columns are there, they are the heavy loaded columns. I already told you. Wherever the yellow columns are there, they are the medium loaded columns, and wherever the green columns are there, so they are the low loaded columns. Okay, so heavy, medium, low. So now let us start putting. So now let us take. So now when I am doing this, I'll explain you the orientations of the columns later. First, let us put all the columns. Then after that, I'll explain you about the orientation. Okay, how I have to orient the column. What is the logic behind orientations? That I'll explain once the beams and columns has been placed. Now, let us take this. Okay, I have to compare these columns, right? Yes, so now if I start like this, you can see here, this is my first line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines are there. Okay, I hope 7 lines are there. Yeah, 7 lines are there. Here I have to check how much lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, how many lines? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines are there. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines are there, right? So now we will take up one by one. Okay, now where is this column? This is my one line. So here correspondingly this is my first line. So now this is my line where my first column is present, that is these two. Okay, so first my column, that is heavily loaded column, is here. My heavily loaded column is here, that means here. Okay, that is, you can see that it is present after the first line, that means here, here. This is my first heavily loaded column. Now whenever I wanted to apply, my column should be present for all the floors, therefore I have to change from one story to all story. Now how to place the column? When you come to your right side, you can see that n number of options are there. You can use this, or even you can use an option called assign, right? So now whatever the members has been defined, now I have to assign them. For that, go to an option, assign. In the assign, now I am assigning what? Frame sections, therefore I have to choose frame. In the frame, I have to select section because I am assigning the sections, that is beams and column, therefore I have to choose section property. Now in the section property, first I am assigning the heavily loaded column. You know my heavily loaded column is 9 inch by 1 feet 6 inch. Just click on this heavily loaded column, give, apply and give OK. Now I cannot do that because I have not applied anything, that's why it is not possible. Therefore if I want to assign here, then can you see here, I'll just bring the mouse cursor here. It is to draw the beams. This is to draw the beams or column, but it is quick draw beams or columns, right? Now you can see quick draw secondary beams. Then this is quick draw braces, that is steel braces. This is to draw floor or wall. This is to draw rectangular floor or wall. This is to draw floor or wall panel, right? So now what I have to do, I have to go for the quick draw beams or columns. Now I have to draw the beams. Sorry, I have to draw the columns, right? Yes. So now for that, what I have to do? Yeah, right. So now what I'll do is, I'll just add one more window. Okay, so now this is my 3D window, right? Yes. So now yeah, so let us come to the plan now. Yes, so now I am in plan, right? So now all stories has been selected. I told you this is my second line. Here is my first column I have to assign, right? So now I'll go quick draw columns. I'll just, you can see here the first, second, third, fourth, fifth option, quick draw columns. When I click on quick draw columns, this small dialog box will appear. In that, I have to choose which column I need. You can see here, I can see here property. In that, I have to choose the column that I need. I need the heavily loaded column. You can see my heavily loaded column is column number 3. Right? Then just bring your cursor. You can see this is my line, and here second line I have to draw. From there, this is my column position. Okay, your first column has been assigned here. That is, this column has been assigned. Now, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth line. So fifth line, that same column is there. Go first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. My second column here. That is this column. Now you have to cross verify first, second, third, fourth, fifth. After that you should have first, after that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns should be there. 4 lines should be there. After this you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines are there. Okay? Yes. Then first, second, third, fourth. So here itself we have 2 columns. In the fourth lines you can draw those 2. That is first, second, third, fourth. That means here and here. Okay. So that is this. Whereas here I have another column at the end. Okay, I have another column at the end here. Okay, that is nothing but here. 1 second. Yeah, that is, then I have to assign here. Okay, so this column is also assigned. They are all heavily loaded columns. Now after this, this is my one more heavily loaded column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is fifth line. Right? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is fifth line. Or you can cross check that after that 1 and 2. That is second line from this column. That is 1 and 2 second line. So it is proper. I can do this. Right. Now after that you have medium loaded columns. So therefore what I will do, I'll just give escape. Okay. So now I want medium loaded columns. Therefore again I'll choose this. Now medium loaded is my column 2. I'll go to column 2. Right. Now next to this only you have this. Right. Next to this only you have this. That is here. Then after that, how many lines? 1, 2, 3. That is on the fourth line. 1, 2, 3. That is fourth line. Okay, that is this one. So this is done. So this is done. Then after that, one line, and after that one line has to remain. That is here. So then this line has to be remain. It is proper, no doubt. Okay, this is proper. So therefore this is also done. Then after that you have one more column, that is medium loaded column here. That is this column. So that also it has been done. Then now I have 2 heavily loaded columns here. Sorry, I think I have to do this one. Right? Yes, I have to do this one. I have done. Then you can see here also it is a normal medium loaded column, therefore I can put here also. Then I'll give escape. Then these 4 are heavily loaded column. Okay, so therefore again I have to go and I have to choose the heavily loaded column, this one, right? So you can see after this 1 2, that is on third line, that is 1 2, that is on third line here, similarly third line here. Okay, then after this 1 2 again on the third line, that is 1 2 again on the third line. Okay, yes, so these are the heavily loaded columns. Then here you can see that I have one heavily loaded column. Before that I have a medium loaded column. Therefore what I will do, I'll just go escape. Okay, I'll just go escape. Now I have to choose the medium loaded column. Okay, so now where it is immediately here. That is here. That is my medium loaded column. Then after that 1 and 2 line. Okay, after that 1 and second line, that is after that the second line 1 and 2, that is here I have this column, and after that you can see 2 lines are there. You can cross verify 1 and 2 lines are there. Okay, so therefore my column positions are proper. Then here it is heavily loaded, here also heavily loaded column. So I have to choose heavily loaded columns. That is my column number 3. So I have to place here. Okay, not here, I have to place here and I have to place here. Okay, these are my heavily loaded columns. Okay, this one, right? Then here one more I have heavily loaded column, that is after in the middle, after this line 1 and 2, right? That is in the middle 1 and 2, right? That is this one, and after that 1 and 2 in the vertical direction, that is 1 and 2 in the vertical direction, that is this one. And last you have 2 low loaded columns. Now that we will put 2 low loaded columns. Okay, so green color, this one. So where it has to be 1 exactly here, that is 1 2 3, that is last line, that is in this, that is 1 2 here and one more is here, right? So these 2 are my columns. So therefore all my columns has been assigned here. Okay, so once the columns are assigned, what is the next step, what I have to do, everything I'll explain in the next video. Okay, once the columns are assigned, you have to check whether columns has been assigned properly or not. I'll make you very clear that till now there is no any orientation of the column. All my columns are paced from left to right only, but orientation plays a very important role. So that how to orient the column, I'll explain you in the next video. Thank you students and thank you learners.